Hey everybody, welcome to the 1111 Portal Readings, and I'm really excited about this reading, and I hope this blows your mind the way it did me. Because when I was looking into 1111, and I'm like, okay, well, 11 is the Justice card in the Standard Tarot, and I'm like, okay, that's cool, but I'm like, oh, you know what? Actually, originally it wasn't. Originally, it was the Strength card. That was how it was traditionally, and then it changed over time. People adjusted it, and you'll see here, you've got the Strength card being number 8 and the Justice card being number 8. So there is this beautiful awareness as I was looking into this, and bear with me because November 8th here in the United States is election day. And of course, that has been bringing up a lot of controversy over the last couple years. And bear with me on explaining the cards and the energies of where we're going with this. And then we definitely will get into pulling cards for each individual zodiac sign. But this is an important piece for you here, because the Justice card is the balancing out of small t truths and capital T truths. You'll see they have the scales here, and then they also have this Ace of Swords. Well, the scales are the balancing out of capital T truths, which that Ace of Swords allows us to connect to the higher realms, to those truths that are rooted in unconditional love. And the small t truths, as I call them, are those that are rooted in the fear of losing conditional love of the human opinion of all that outside world, right? And so that scale is balancing out those small t truths, and it's being balanced by the capital T truths of the higher realm, which allows them to cut away the small t truths that no longer serve. Well, the Strength card is almost similar in a way, because it is about the lion being our human self that's searching for love in the outside world, and it's become hangry because what it gets out there is not unconditional. It is temporary and doesn't fulfill us for long at all, and so it's roaring in the jungle. And then our higher self here, indicated by the infinity symbol above our head, comes down and brings to our human what it's been searching for all along. It's very convenient that our higher self is a powerful, supernatural, eternal being that is made of unconditional love. And I really like the way they present it here, this beautiful, angelic, supernatural being coming down and loving on the human side. And so, this allows us to balance our lives by bringing in truths that are related to unconditional love. And the Strength card is about how we find this peace from connecting to our higher self. So the combination of all these with that 11-8, I love this, is all about becoming aware of the fears we have of losing conditional love in the outer world. And we do that by turning inward to find that Ace of Swords in the hand of our higher self. And that removes these thoughts and these beliefs that no longer serve us. And it also removes the things that divide us, and it allows us to unite under that capital T truth that we are all unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And we have access to love ourselves in that way, right? And then we're able to love others. Because if we can't love ourselves unconditionally, we can't love others that way either. And when we have ourselves under that long list of conditional love laws, conditions that we have in order to be, loved and acceptable, by golly, we're going to keep everyone else under those laws too. I call it being God's little sheriff. I'm going to make sure everyone's doing what they should be doing and thinking the way they should be thinking, right? But when we free ourselves from those conditional love laws by embracing this unconditional love from above, we free everyone else in the world as well. crazy, right? Especially around election time here. It's all about, no, this is the right. No, this is the right. This is the right candidate. No, this is the right way to believe. No, this is all the policies, all the stuff that's triggering everywhere. Beautiful portal opening up to help us with all of this. Now, the portal opens on November 11th fully, but we'll start to be able to feel these energies beforehand. And I love that the more of us that focus on unconditional love, the more it transforms the world. I saw this beautiful meme on Instagram that said something like, for each person that has this higher frequency of love vibration that they're putting out into the world, it counteracts 700,000 of those that have the lower vibrational fear energies that are going on. So if you imagine you sending out unconditional love into the world, and me, that's 1,400,000 individuals that we are helping transform that energy. And the more of us that do it, the more we impact the world. And I just absolutely love that message. So thank you for your patience as I was going through all that. We are going to pull a reading for the 1111 portal for your specific zodiac sign. And we're just going to be asking, where can we free ourselves from conditional love laws? So we're going to jump into your reading right now. All right, Capricorns, this is your 1111 portal reading, and we are going to start off here with the Power of Surrender deck. Now, any of the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below, so if any of them catch your eye and you'd like them for yourself, you know where you can pick those up. And we, of course, have our beautiful rose quartz representing your high heart here, and the selenite wand, which we're going to count as like a sword. This is going to be the balancing out that we talked about in the introduction. We're going to start here first with seeing where, Creator and Spirit feel that we can free ourselves from conditional love laws. So this is going to be the small t truths we're looking at, and then we'll balance that out here with other cards. So starting here again with the Power of Surrender, we'll see, Capricorn, where can you be set free? All right. So for our Capricorn, okay, there we go. Off to the races here. And you got surrender to play. Love it, love it. And it says, take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. So, of course, the Capricorn, overthinking, I know I'm a Capricorn rising, so I get it. A lot in our mind, a lot about the work, and the reward, very much our energies. But this is about letting that restrictness of that, work, and if there's time over play, this is about learning to play. My first relationship taught me that they were all play, and if there's time over left for work, and I was all work, and if there's any time left over play. And it was great because we pulled each other more towards the center, and so this is great energy and a great message for it. So wonderful letting go of these strictness around work, whether it's inner work, physical work on the outside, mental work, whatever it might be. This is about balancing and allowing that play to come in. We're also going to pull from the Oracle of the Seven Energies. And let's see here. So what would you like our Capricorn to know? What will help balance this resistance to play? All right here. And you've got the land between. There is a balance, right? Come to the middle. And this is card number 40. We'll put that down here. And let's see what message comes with that. So the energy around this is about being between worlds, learning to be okay while at the threshold of what was and what will be. A time of waiting and evolving. Gray areas, something essential yet still in development and metamorphosis. So that's all the energy. And which makes sense, right? With all this of the gray area, it's like black or white a lot, I know, with Capricorn energy. At least it was my experience. And so learning that there's gray, that there is, black and white, but there's this gray, and you can move more towards the middle. And it says you're in a process of change. You know that you were called to it and can no longer be who you were, but you aren't sure what the next experience of your life will be. You are in between what was and what could be in a pupal stage, like during the metamorphosis of the caterpillar into the butterfly. However, you can't just skip the messy parts. You have to endure the unknown and uncomfortable as you reinvent yourself. The thing is, you're not quite there yet. You have one foot in the past, even if you're ready to shed that version of yourself and become something new. You must start redefining who you are in the context of your question. What do you believe is possible when you get to the next place? Can you explore this stage of your evolution to get to know yourself better? The process in between worlds is where things get really interesting. You learn how to manage your fear, how to stay present in the now, and how to see in the dark. You absorb the lessons offered to you with grace because you can't go any faster. This is a real test of emotional fortitude, patience, trust, and humility. Once you have made this no man's land your home, it will be part of you. Then, whatever was set in motion comes to life. And this is what you've been waiting for. When you look back, you will grow to love the place in between, for that is where you were reborn. I love it. Yeah, so being able to go with, when you have a bunch of supposed to's and shoulds and need to's, and you have all these things that are supposed to be and have to happen and all that, we start completing everything on a to-do list, and we don't live, we exist because we're not happy in the moment. We'll be happy when. And I love this play card coming in with all this combination, because I just feel like it's like you are able to start enjoying and be happy for no reason at all in this moment. And you get to play all along the way. It's not such a desperate rush to get to here because you want to be happy. You can be happy now with what you have and enjoy the process of getting there, but you don't have to worry about a lot to get there anymore. So a great amount of freedom coming in here, I feel, with this energy. All right. And actually, what I've been doing in each of the readings, I love this, is that we're changing the energy from focusing on work, and we're doing this wonderful energy shift where we're going to bring the energy this way instead, to focus on play and focus on the in-between and being able to enjoy that process as it unfolds. All right, we're going to look in here. This is the True Heart Intuitive Tarot. We're just going to see what else they want you to know. All right. So for our Capricorn, what would you like them to know, please? Okay, they do want that one and this one, that one. They did want the one from the bottom and the one from the top, okay? So let's take a look here. We'll just get these all scooched. We'll start with this one over here. Yeah. You are exhausted. This is all, the Ten of Swords is all your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your mentalities, all the work we were talking about. And this person is not dead. They are exhausted. from trying to live up to all those expectations of the outside world. And it's a great card to get because it's the card of, I give up, I just can't do it anymore. And you're like, finally, you've been being pulled behind this speedboat called surrender, and you've been holding on to that rope for dear life because you didn't want to let go of those supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and all this. So you've been bouncing around behind this boat all over the place, and now you're ready to let go. And then you let go, and suddenly the water settles and you're floating in this beautiful lake that's peaceful, instead of being bounced around behind a boat that continually goes faster and faster and faster until you do let go. So this is an ending and a new beginning of your thoughts, your beliefs, and your mindsets. Yeah. You're also ready to leave behind the emotions that no longer serve you, and you're on your path here, which goes up to the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment card. So as you're letting this go, you are allowed to feel these emotions as if your wishes have come true. And it's like we talked about, instead of my wish will come true here, you live in the moment now, and you're leaving behind the old emotions, the old ways of thinking as you're going through this, and you're transforming this. I love it. Yeah. And you have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a great balancing energy. And cups, again, are your emotions. And I feel like part of this, of what you're leaving behind here, is your ability to go back and look at an emotion. We talked about in the introduction about small T truths related to the fear of losing conditional love, and the capital T truths, that which are connected to unconditional love. So each moment is either of fear or unconditional love. And when you go back and look at a memory, if it's full of unconditional love, wow, it's a miracle in this day and age that you had a moment of unconditional love in this life. But chances are it's probably one of pain and fear. And when you realize when a human goes into fear, it goes into fight or flight mode. And when it does that, the body sends blood from the brain to arms and legs. It doesn't want you to think. It wants you to react. And so we're out of our minds, literally, when we go into fear, and we're not doing things out of love or thought or whatever. We're more like a cat when someone's holding us and a loud noise happens, and we don't go, excuse me, would you put me down? I'm about to freak out. It just freaks out. And if it has claws, it claws and scrambles up over your shoulder, over your head, and off of you, and runs for its life, right? Well, that's what humans do too in our when we go into fear. We go out of our minds and we go into either fighting or fleeing. And when we go back and look at a memory, realizing, okay, so that person's actions, they were in fear. That means their little child self was feeling out of control or unsafe, and it was just going into this freak out animal mode to try to feel safe again and try to feel in control again. And that usually means it was doing something that wasn't so nice, right? They weren't thinking about us at all. And of course, if we're in fight or flight, we don't realize what we were doing either. And so as we go back and look at a memory with that information and that knowledge, we start to look at them differently, because they were just someone drowning. We went out to save them, and their arms were freaking out because they were panicking. They smacked us in the head. They didn't mean to. They were just freaking out. And then they grabbed us and pulled us under the water with them. Almost killed us, but they didn't mean it. They were freaking out. And once we get them to shore and they're calmed down, we're like, there's my friend, there's my lover, there's my family, or whatever. They're back. That wasn't them out there. They were some freaky animal that was freaking out. But this one, here, they're back now. And you're able to look and change your perception of that memory about them, about the situation, and about yourself too. So I love this transformation that's happening through all of this. Yeah. And then you have the Ace of Wands. So you get this feeling of getting your power back and your energy. So all that exhaustion that's done, now that you're not using your energy to maintain these old emotions and trying to live up to all these expectations, all that energy comes flooding back into you. And now you're just like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with all this energy, right? So you do have this large inflood and flow of energy that comes back to you as well. And then you have the Ace of Discs. Yeah. So you also have a different feeling of your self-worth and how you relate yourself to the outside world, but you also have new opportunities that come in. And I always like that, because when you have this many expectations, we have this very thin avenue or path that things have to happen on. And when we do that, we miss all the opportunities out here, and we miss all the opportunities out here. But as we cut away with that Ace of Swords that we talked about with the, Justice card, we're cutting away thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve us. The path gets wider, and suddenly we start having these opportunities that weren't there before. And then I like that we have a new problem. We have, which opportunity am I going to choose? Where there was none before, now there's like a handful. It's like, which one am I going to choose? So a wonderful change of life that comes in with all of this. And then we're going to pull a chakra reading card, and we're just going to take a look here and see what chakra can help you with this journey, or which chakra is impacted with this change of energy that happens. All right. So for our Capricorn, what would you like them to know, please? All right. They do want this one. Flexibility. Yeah, definitely comes in here with all this, right? Learning to be flexible. And this is card number 9. Let's see what energy comes in here. This is the sacral chakra, which does have to do with our relationship to another. The root chakra below it is about our relationship to groups in the world. This is a relationship one-on-one kind of energy. And it says, you've called upon this card today to encourage you to invite more flexibility into your world. The nature of life and our experiences are constantly inviting us to find a state of flexibility. And when you can surrender to these messages, they will allow and embody a more flexible state of being. This will bring an abundance of ease and grace as you find yourself in the flow. Have you been feeling a little rigid in your thoughts or ideas lately? Maybe. Maybe even a little stuck in your ways? If so, it's time to practice the art of flexibility. You may be holding on to something in your life a little too tightly, and now it's time to let go and allow some new energy to flow in. Crazy. It is easy to get caught up in trivial ideas and thoughts, especially if you have strong belief systems in place in your life. However, at this time, it will be beneficial and very healing to look at some of these outdated ways and beliefs that could be wreaking havoc in your world. Take some time to tune in and see what no longer serves you, and take the steps to bring about a little more flexibility. This card can also mean that you're being too rigid with a particular person, and that it's time to give them and yourself a little slack. Flexibility is available to you right now. Let it in and allow for a life with a little more ease and grace. And the affirmation for this card is, I am free, flowing, and flexible. Yeah, so definitely perfect for everything that we've talked about throughout this reading. So absolutely love this for you, Capricorn, because you are being freed and allowing yourself to be able to just have so much energy and so much more opportunity in your life by letting go of all those supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts in your life, and all these emotions that no longer serve you as well. So many blessings to you. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these readings, I also put out weekly energy updates for each individual zodiac sign, monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos throughout the month. If you don't want to miss out on any of those and get a notification immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, And then by clicking that subscribe button, it gives you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, there's an all option. And if you click on that, one, of course, it's going to tell you when any new video comes out on my channel, but two, it's also going to tell you when I go live on YouTube to provide live free readings. I know I go live every single day, even twice on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And Saturday, I actually even go 3 times because I go on Instagram as well, in addition to YouTube. So if you want to stop by and say hi if you haven't already, and check out and see if you can get a free reading, that's how you can do that. Also, doing those things helps spread the Zen love, and it does help my channel grow in significant ways. Because when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so happy. It wants to automatically share the videos of my channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I'm very, very grateful. And these are general readings. If you're looking for more specific information and answers for your specific life, I also offer personal readings. All that information is listed in the description box of the video down below. All right, Capricorn, as you go through this portal and step through it, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing portal journey. We'll be talking soon, but in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.